Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to every one of you who subscribes to my channel. You are all the reasons why this channel keeps going. Thank you. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. And paid subscribers receive early access to all my videos as well as a shout out in all my content. Today we're bringing in the werewolf with the demon eye. From Soul Eater, it's Free. Free is a goofy but loyal soldier for Medusa who helped him escape from prison after stealing the left eye of the Witch Queen Maba. Free's abilities extend far beyond being a simple werewolf, making him a dangerous adversary. Last of the Immortal clan, Free is in fact free from death itself, leaving him immune to the rages of time and illness. Combine this with the implanted demon eye, the left eye of the Witch Queen, Free is able to utilize ice and spatial magic. Unfortunately, after spending 200 years in prison, unable to use his magic, he may have gotten a bit rusty, so he's not the best at it. Luckily for him, he's also a master of martial arts and hand-to-hand combat. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Monsters of the Multiverse, and Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. We're using standard point array to make things simple, and we have 3 stat minimums, so keep an eye on them should you use a different system. Make Dex 15, Charisma 14, Wisdom 13, Con 12, Strength 10, and we're going to be dumping Intelligence with an 8 because, well, you're not smart. Your plans generally end with you embarrassed and smacking your head against a tree, calling yourself stupid. I'd say you're being hard on yourself, but I don't want to lie to you. Free is a werewolf of the Immortal clan, so we're going to head straight into Shifter, found in Monsters of the Multiverse. Place +2 into Charisma and +1 into Dex. Bestial Instinct grants you a free skill. Grab Intimidation. Dark Vision lets you see in dim light as if it's normal, and darkness as if it's dim light, out to 60 feet. Shifting allows you to change into a more animal-like form with a bonus action for 1 minute. When you shift, you gain temporary HP equal to 2 times your proficiency bonus, and you can shift a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. When you choose this lineage, you choose the form you take for the rest of your character's life. Beast Hide makes you tougher by giving you an additional 1d6 temporary HP and adds +1 to your AC while shifted. For your languages, you know Common and one other of your choice. For background, we need the skills Stealth and Sleight of Hand. For your 2 tool or language proficiencies, I don't think you have any. You spent a lot of time in prison chained up, but who knows, maybe you can sew or speak a lot of languages. Go with what you feel. Now this isn't werewolf enough yet, so open up Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft for a dark gift. Second Skin allows you to transform into a more bestial state. Transformation gives you the spell Alter Self, but with some limitations. Using this, you can gain a second form you can transform into once per long rest, unless you burn a second level spell slot to do it. Involuntary change is a side effect of your gift. Choosing a trigger like a full moon, you must exceed a DC 15 Charisma save, or you must use your action to assume your second form, regardless of if you've already used your transformation. This is not important, but it's a fun feature for roleplay. Level 1 monks start off with 2 skills. Take Acrobatics and Athletics. You also have proficiencies in simple melee weapons, short swords, and 1 tool proficiency or musical instrument of your choice. Once more, I'm not seeing tool capabilities with you. For your saving throws, you have proficiency in Strength and Dex saving throws. Unarmored Defense gives you an AC of 10 plus Dex plus Wisdom when not wearing armor. Martial Arts improves your unarmed strikes when not wearing armor. Your unarmed strikes can now be Dex-based. You make a unarmed strike with a bonus action after taking the attack action, and finally your unarmed strikes can deal damage equal to your martial arts dice. This starts off at a D4, and we will be unable to improve this, so we're going to fix it next level. Level 1 fighters begin with a fighting style. Unarmed fighting makes your unarmed strikes a D8 when holding nothing or a D6 when holding something. You can also automatically deal 1d4 damage to a creature you are grappling at the start of your turn. This does not replace your martial arts dice, it just gives you a better unarmed strike. Second Wind lets you heal yourself 1d10 plus your fighter level once per short or long rest. Level 1 sorcerers start off with a sorceress origin. Time for a little chaos, because you can't always control your magic. Wild magic, found in the player's handbook, will work perfectly. Wild magic surge causes your magic to be a bit unpredictable. When you cast a spell at first level or higher, you roll a d20. On a roll of 1, your magic goes haywire, and you must now roll on a wild magic surge table, which can cause some crazy things to happen. Talk to your DM about changing this to be more narrative if you wish. I would, sounds fun. Maybe instead of being turned into a potted plant, you are encased in ice for 1 turn. Tides of Chaos allow you to gain advantage on an attack roll, skill check, or saving throw once per long rest. If you use this feature, the DM can then, at any point before you regain the feature, make you forgo a wild magic surge check when you cast a spell and just make you roll on the table instead. Good news, you then automatically regain Tides of Chaos. Spell casting gives you the power of spells. Starting out, you have 4 cantrips and 2 spells. For your spells, Frostbite targets 1 creature within 60 feet and forces a con save. Should they fail, they take 2d6 cold damage and have disadvantage on the next weapon attack they make before the end of its turn. Ray of Frost fires a beam of energy that deals 2d8 cold damage on a hit and reduces the target speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. Minor Illusion creates an illusion for 1 minute up to 30 feet away from you. It cannot be larger than a 5-foot cube, and it can only be an image or a sound. If inspected or touched, it will be revealed to be an illusion. Shield adds +5 to your AC as a reaction. Feather Fall stops all fall damage no matter the height. You have 1 more cantrip, choose wisely and have some fun with this. Level 2 sorcerers gain Font of Magic. These are sorcery points that equal your sorcery level between long rests, that you can use to alter your spell's next level. For now, you can only use these to regain spell slots or burn spell slots to regain sorcery points. For your new spell, Ice Knife fires a shard of ice at a target within 60 feet and deals 1d10 piercing damage on a hit. Regardless of it hit or misses, the shard explodes. Every creature within 5 feet of the point it explodes must make a dex save or take 2d6 cold damage. Level 3 sorcerers receive Meta Magic. These options you can use to alter your spells using your sorcery points. For your options, Distant Spell doubles the range of a spell that has a normal range of 5 feet or greater, and grants a range of 30 feet to spells that have a range of touch for 1 sorcery point. Twin Spell lets you target 2 creatures with a spell that normally targets 1 for 1 sorcery point. This will not work with spells that target multiple creatures or do an area of effect. You also receive 2nd level spells. For your new spell, Mirror Image creates 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself that appear around you for 1 minute. While active, the duplicates mirror you in every action and can take hits for you. When you are attacked, you roll a d20 to determine if it hits you or a duplicate, becoming easier as you lose duplicates. Each duplicate has an AC of 10 plus your dex. Creatures that have blind sight and true sight can ignore the duplicates. Welcome to character level 5, everyone. You now get to bump up your proficiency bonus to +3. Also, Ray of Frost and Frostbite now deal 2 damage dice each. Level 4 sorcerers earn our first ability score improvement. Place this into dex for better AC and attacks. For your new spell, Rhymes Binding Ice fires a 30-foot cone of intense cold. Each creature within the cone must make a con save or take 3d8 cold damage and have their speed reduced to 0 as ice begins to bind them. A creature affected by the spell must use its action, or another creature must use its action, to free themselves from the ice. You gain a new cantrip, have fun choosing. Level 5 sorcerers now have magical guidance. When you fail a skill check, you can spend 1 sorcery point to reroll the d20. You also now have access to 3rd level spells. For your final spell, Major Image allows you to create a better illusion. This illusion can now fit into a 20-foot cube and includes sounds and smells. As long as you maintain this spell for 10 minutes and you are within 120 feet, you can use your action to control the illusion. Interactions with the illusion will reveal its fake. But I'd like to point out that the last time you did this, Black Star and Death the Kid literally watched all their attacks pass through, and it took several rounds of combat for them to actually notice. Let's be honest though, Black Star wouldn't notice if you had a sign that said, "I'm an illusion," and Death the Kid was having an OCD freakout. I can relate to Death the Kid too much. Level 2 fighters receive Action Surge. You can now give yourself a free action once per short or long rest. Level 3 fighters gain their subclass. Battlemaster, found in the player's handbook, will improve your combat skill more. Combat superiority grants you superiority dice that are d8s. With these dice, you can perform special maneuvers. For your maneuvers, evasive footwork lets you burn a superiority dice and add it to your AC while you keep moving. Parry lets you reduce the damage you take from a melee attack with an action by burning one superiority dice and minusing the superiority dice plus your dex modifier from the damage. Ambush lets you burn a superiority dice and add it to your stealth check or initiative roll. Your character level 9 now, time to bump up your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 4 fighters earn another ability score improvement, cap off dex. Level 5 fighters now have extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. Your character level 11 now, Ray of Frost and Frostbite deal 3 damage dice each. Level 6 fighters earn another ability score improvement. Place this into con for better health because you are far from immortal. Level 7 Battlemaster fighters receive Know Your Enemy. By studying an opponent outside of combat for 1 minute, you learn 2 facts about them in relation to the facts about you. You will know if these facts are equal, superior, or inferior to yours. These facts can be strength score, dex score, con score, AC, current HP, total class levels, or total fighter class levels. For your new maneuvers, Repose allows you to attack an enemy when they miss with a melee attack against you. By using your reaction to burn a superiority dice and adding it to the damage of the attack should you hit. Sweeping attack allows you to continue an attack that hits a creature against another creature that is within 5 feet of the first, burning a superiority dice. If the original attack would hit the second target, you deal the superiority dice in damage. Finally, you now have 5 superiority dice. Time to bump up your proficiency bonus to +5 as you are now character level 13. Level 8 fighters earn another ability score improvement, Let's Grab a Feat. Tough from the player's handbook gives you double your current character level in health, and that adds +2 to each level after. Level 9 fighters now have Indomitable. You can re-roll failed saving throws, including death saves, once per long rest. Level 10 Battlemaster fighters receive improved combat superiority. Your superiority dice are now d10s. For your final maneuvers, lunging attack allows you to add 5 feet to your reach when you make an attack by burning a superiority dice and adding it to the damage of the attack. Tactical assessment lets you burn a superiority dice and add it to any investigation, history, or insight check you make. Even a broke clock is right twice a day, and sometimes your intelligence is surprising. It's dumb luck, but who cares? Level 11 fighters gain extra attack ×2. You can now attack 3 times with a single attack action. Your character level 17 now, Ray of Frost and Frostbite, now do 4 damage dice each. Your proficiency bonus is also maxed out at +6. Level 12 fighters earn another ability score improvement. Place this into con for more health. Level 13 fighters now have 2 uses of Indomitable between long rests. Our final level is level 14 fighter, and you earn our final ability score improvement, Bump Up Con again. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 18, Intelligence 8, Wisdom 13, Charisma 16. Your total levels are Monk 1, Sorcerer 5, Fighter 14. Let's dive in. In combat, you're dealing nice damage. Your attacks are coming up at a +11 and dealing 1d8 +5. You also have decent range, dealing 4d8 cold damage out to 60 feet. Missed a word. Though you can actually bring this up to 120 feet if you feel like it. You can also create pretty impressive illusions to fool your enemies and easily distract them. Finally, you have an AC of 17 and over 200 HP taking the average. Can heal yourself 1d10 +14 and can re-roll saves. Downside. You are far from immortal. You will age and can die, but a player character shouldn't be that tough. Your melee attacks aren't dealing any magical damage. You have very limited resources with 2 rerolls, 5 superiority dice, 5 sorcery points, and 7 spell slots. So you're going to burn through some stuff, but hopefully you should be able to figure out what you want to do more than the other. You're also geared towards a particular type of damage, and that means if you face an enemy that has resistance or even immune, you're kind of in trouble. Finally, your intelligence is just trash. Any spell that targets that stat will be low-hanging fruit for you. I should also add this build is geared towards anime free, not manga free, which is far more powerful. But to do that, we would have to take several more levels into sorcerers, and that would mean your health would be much lower. All in all, this is not a bad build. Not the best there is, and has a lot of room for improvement, and if you roll for your stats, improvement is possible. So use your illusions to get the drop on Medusa's enemies, and then freeze them solid. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.